Okay, so I've been studying English for like 3 years now. 3 whole years, Sophie, and I still freeze up when someone asks me, "Hey, how are you?"
Hmm. Listen, I know how you feel. And you know what? If you're watching this right now, I'm talking to you too. You felt this, haven't you?
Like, seriously. I know the grammar, I know the words, but when the moment comes, it just disappears?
Right. It vanishes like it was never there. And that feeling, that's not weakness, Ayan. That's actually something very specific.
What do you mean specific?
Look, imagine you're standing in front of a big, heavy door, a closed door. You can hear life happening on the other side laughter, conversations, opportunities,
Oh, yeah, I can picture that.
but the door won't open. And you're pushing every single day.
And you, watching this, tell me honestly, how many times have you stood at that door? How many times have you wanted to speak but just stopped yourself? Like, every time someone speaks fast, I just smile and nod. I don't even understand half of it.
Ah, the famous smile and nod. Trust me, every single person learning a language has done that. Every single one.
Even you?
Even me. Oh, absolutely, even me. I remember standing in a group conversation once, completely lost.
Wait, seriously? You were lost?
100%. And that brings me to the second thing I want you to understand today the lost path.
The lost path?
See, learning English isn't like following a straight road, Ayan. It's more like you're in a forest and every person gave you a different map.
Oh man, that's exactly what happened to me. One teacher said, focus on grammar. Another said, no, just speak. And I was like, what?
Exactly. And you watching this, have you had 5 different people give you 5 different pieces of advice, and now you don't know which direction is even forward?
It's so confusing. Like, I started with grammar books, then apps, then YouTube videos, then...
And somewhere in the middle of all that, you got tired.
Yeah, really tired.
That exhaustion is real, Ayan. I want you to know that. It is completely real and completely valid.
So, what do we do? Like, where do we even start?
Well, we start exactly where you are. Not where you wish you were, not where someone else is, right here.
Okay, I'm listening.
You know what learning English actually needs to feel like? Like the first sip of tea in the morning.
Uh, tea?
Think about it. When you take that first sip, you're not rushing, you're not panicking, you're just receiving it, warmly, slowly.
Oh, okay, I think I get it. Like, you're not forcing it.
Exactly. You're not screaming at the tea to be hotter, you're just present with it. And you at home, when did you last let English feel that gentle?
Honestly, never. I always felt like I had to perform, like I had to be perfect.
And that pressure, that performance anxiety, that's actually one of the biggest reasons the door stays closed.
So it's not about intelligence? Like I always thought maybe I'm just not smart enough for this.
Look me in the eyes when I say this. Intelligence has absolutely nothing to do with it.
But Sophie, the people around me just pick it up so fast. And I'm sitting there like, ah,
Okay, so now I want to tell you something about those people, about what you're not seeing.
what do you mean not seeing?
You see the flower when it's open and beautiful, right? Full bloom, gorgeous, everyone admires it.
Yeah.
But you didn't see it underground, in the dark, for weeks, growing silently, struggling, pushing through the soil with zero applause.
Oh, so those people who seem fluent now.
They had their underground time, every single one of them. And you, watching this, you are in your underground time right now. And that is not failure. That is the process.
That actually makes me feel a lot better, honestly.
Good. Because here's what I want you to understand about growth. It happens in silence. It happens when no one is watching. It happens when you replay a sentence in the shower.
Wait, is that actually useful? Because I do that. Like I'll practice saying something while I'm eating breakfast, and I thought I was just being weird.
You are being brilliant. Not weird, brilliant.
Oh yeah? Like actually?
That silent rehearsal is your roots growing deeper. Don't ever stop doing that.
Okay, okay, I won't. But Sophie, here's what scares me the most.
Tell me.
Like, what if I learn all this English and still can't use it when it actually matters, like in real life?
Real life. Let's talk about real life then. Let's talk about what's actually at stake here for you.
I mean, I want a good job. I want to travel. I want to not feel embarrassed at international events.
Right. And imagine English as a passport, not a school subject, an actual passport.
Like a success passport?
Exactly. You see, a physical passport doesn't just let you travel. It tells the world, I have access. I belong here. I can go places you can't.
Wow, that hits different.
And English, in today's world, it is that passport. The interview, the promotion, the international client, the conference, the global opportunity.
And without it, you're just stuck at the border.
Metaphorically, yes. And you, at home, what door is English going to open for you specifically? I want you to actually think about that right now.
For me, honestly, it's that interview chair.
Tell me about the interview chair, Ion.
Like, I've imagined it so many times, sitting across from someone in a suit, and they ask me something in perfect English, and I want to answer confidently, not freeze.
That image, that interview chair, hold on to that. That is your why.
It feels so far, though.
It always feels far from a distance. But let me ask you something. When you sit in that chair one day and you answer fluently, what will that moment feel like?
Honestly, I think I'd cry a little.
Good. That emotion, that's your fuel. Don't analyze it, use it.
Okay, but Sophie, I need to ask you something practical now, because this is where I get confused.
Go ahead.
I have like a decent vocabulary, right? I've studied words. I know words. But when I have to speak,
They disappear.
they disappear, like they were never there. Why does that happen?
Okay. So this is one of my favorite things to explain. Imagine you have a wallet, a nice full wallet.
Okay.
It's stuffed with money you've been saving for months. The wallet is heavy, rich. But then you go to the shop and you don't take the wallet out
Why would I not take it out?
because you're afraid the cashier will judge the way you count, or you'll drop a coin, or you'll take too long and people will stare.
Oh wow, that is literally what I do with words.
You have the words, Ion. You have the wallet. You are just afraid to open it.
So the problem isn't vocabulary at all.
For most people at your level, no. The problem is the hand that won't reach into the pocket.
And how do I fix that? Like genuinely, how?
Well, and you watching, listen to this very carefully because this might be the most important thing we say today.
Okay, I'm fully listening.
You fix the wallet problem by spending the money in small shops first.
Small shops?
Low-pressure situations. Talking to yourself, narrating your morning, describing what you see, commenting on a video in English, responding to a post.
So like tiny moments of using it.
Every tiny moment is a transaction, and the more transactions you make, the more natural it feels to open the wallet.
Okay, that makes sense. But here's my other fear. What if I say something wrong?
Oh, I am so glad you asked that, because this is where most people completely misunderstand the learning process.
Misunderstand how?
Okay, tell me, have you ever watched a cricket match?
Are you kidding me? I live for cricket.
Okay, great. So tell me, what happens in a net practice session?
The batsman practices, the bowler bowls, they try things. Some shots work, some don't.
And when a batsman gets out in the nets, does the coach panic?
What? No, of course not. It's just practice.
Right, because in the nets, getting out is not failure. Getting out in the nets is data.
Oh. Oh.
Every wrong word you say, every grammar mistake, every awkward sentence, that is your net practice. That is your data.
So I'm not failing when I make mistakes. I'm practicing.
You are preparing, exactly like that batsman is preparing for the real match.
But what if I make mistakes in the real match, like in an actual conversation?
Even then, even in the real match, cricketers miss shots, and they adjust, and they keep playing.
They don't walk off the field just because they edged one.
Exactly. You see, you, watching this, how many times have you walked off the field because you made one mistake in a conversation?
Honestly, every time. I mess up one word and I just shut down completely.
And that shutting down, that is the only real mistake.
Wait, what?
The mistake isn't the wrong word. The mistake is the silence that follows it out of shame.
Wow. I need a second with that.
Take your time. This is important because shame is the thing that locks the door from the inside.
So all this time, I was the one keeping myself out?
Not out of weakness, out of self-protection. You were trying to protect yourself from judgment, and that instinct is human.
But it's not helping me.
No, it's not. And recognizing that, right now, in this moment, that is genuinely huge.
Sophie, I want to ask you something personal.
Go ahead.
I want to ask you, when you were learning, was there a moment where it just clicked?
Yes, there was one very specific moment.
Tell me.
I was in a conversation, a real one, with native speakers, and I said something wrong, completely wrong, and I stopped, waiting for the embarrassment,
And?
and they just kept talking. Nobody noticed, or if they did, they didn't care. They were interested in what I was saying, not how perfectly I was saying it.
That's actually really reassuring.
And you at home, the person you're most afraid of judging your English, they are mostly just trying to understand your point, not grade your grammar.
Seriously?
Seriously, people are not walking around with red pens waiting to mark your mistakes.
Okay, that image actually made me feel better. Like imagining everyone with a red pen.
Right. It sounds ridiculous when you visualize it, and yet that is exactly how our brain makes us feel sometimes.
Okay, so Sophie, I want to talk about something I see a lot online. Like people saying, immerse yourself, watch English movies, listen to English podcasts. I've tried that, but I don't know if I'm doing it right.
Well, what does your doing it right look like right now?
I'll put on a show and then I realize I've watched 40 minutes and understood like 30%.
Okay, and then?
And then I feel discouraged and I switch back to watching stuff in my language.
Right. Okay, so there's something important to understand about immersion. It is not about understanding everything.
Wait, really?
It is about exposure. Consistent, repeated, low-pressure exposure. Like sunlight on a plant.
Oh, like the flower again.
Exactly. You don't drown a flower with water. You give it sunlight a little every day. And slowly it grows, even when you can't see it growing.
So 30% understanding isn't a failure.
30% today becomes 40% next month, without you even trying.
I genuinely never thought about it that way. Like I always wanted instant results.
And that's the culture we live in, right? Everything is instant. Instant food, instant results, instant English in 30 days.
Those ads. Oh man, those ads make me feel so bad when it doesn't work.
Because they're selling you a lie. And I want you watching to hear this clearly. Language is not a 30-day product. It is a garden.
A garden takes seasons.
It takes seasons. It takes weather. It takes patience. And sometimes you look at it and think nothing is happening. And then one morning you walk outside and there's a flower.
And you're like, when did that happen?
And it happened because of every single day you showed up, even the days you thought you were wasting time.
Okay, I have to tell you something. This conversation is already making me want to go home and just try again.
That feeling right there, that little spark, that is everything.
But I'm scared it'll die. Like, I get motivated, and then a week later, I'm back to feeling stuck.
Ah, the motivation cycle. Okay, so here's the real talk.
Please, real talk. I need it.
Motivation is a visitor. It comes, it's wonderful, and then it leaves. You cannot build a language on a visitor.
Then what do I build it on?
Routine. Small, unsexy, daily routine.
Like what, specifically?
10 minutes of listening every morning. Not an hour, 10 minutes. Like that first sip of tea. Gentle and consistent.
That sounds actually doable.
1 new phrase a day. Not 50. 1. Really understand it. Say it out loud 5 times. Use it somewhere.
Just one?
1 phrase truly lived is worth 500 phrases memorized and forgotten.
I always tried to do too much at once.
We all do, because we're excited. And excitement is good, but sustainable is better.
Sustainable. Okay, I like that word.
And you, watching this, what is one tiny thing you can do today, not tomorrow, today, after this video ends?
I mean, I could write down one phrase I heard today and say it out loud.
Do it. Seriously, that's it. Just that.
That's it?
That is the first step through the closed door.
Wow. When you say it like that, it sounds so simple.
The door was never locked with a complicated lock, Ian. It was locked with fear. And fear opens with the smallest key.
That should be on a poster somewhere.
Well, today it's just in this conversation and in the ears of everyone watching.
Okay, Sophie, I want to talk about pronunciation because that's another thing that kills my confidence.
Tell me.
Like, I know what I want to say, I have the word, but I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and so I just avoid using it.
Avoiding the word. Okay, so you're shrinking your own wallet.
I'm literally hiding words in the back of the wallet because I'm afraid to take them out wrong.
And yet, if you never take them out, you never find out they were totally fine.
Or I find out the right way to say them.
Exactly. You know what the fastest way to learn pronunciation is?
Listening?
Saying it wrong, and then hearing the correction, and then saying it again.
Cricket net practice again.
Always cricket net practice. You are always just in the nets, even when it feels like the final match.
I like that. I'm always just in the nets. Okay, that's a mindset shift.
Write that one down, seriously.
Done. What about speaking speed? Because I speak really slowly in English and I feel like people get impatient.
Okay, real question. Would you rather someone speak slowly and clearly or fast and incomprehensible?
Slowly, obviously.
So why do you not give yourself that same grace?
Because I feel like speaking slowly means I'm not good enough.
Or it means you are thoughtful and precise and someone who respects the listener.
I never thought about it as a strength.
The most powerful speakers in the world speak slowly because they know their words have weight.
So slow isn't broken. Slow is deliberate.
Deliberate. Beautiful word, yes.
Okay, Sophie, I want to ask you something that might sound strange.
Strange is welcome here.
Do you think confidence comes before speaking well, or does speaking well come before confidence?
Oh, now that is the real question.
Because everyone says just be confident, but how do I be confident when I'm not good yet?
Right. It's like saying just be warm to someone who has no coat. Not helpful.
Exactly. It's not helpful at all.
So here's the truth. Confidence doesn't come before skill, and it doesn't come after skill. It comes during.
During?
During the attempt, during the mess, during the uncertainty. Every time you try and survive it, your confidence grows just a little bit.
So it's not a destination, it's like a side effect.
It is a side effect of doing the scary thing repeatedly.
So I can't wait until I'm confident to speak. I have to speak to become confident.
Now you've got it. That is it. That is the whole secret.
That's both terrifying and exciting.
Most true things are.
Okay, I feel like we should talk about what this all looks like from the outside. Like, what does fluency actually look like up close?
Good question. What do you think it looks like?
Like someone who never pauses, never says, just smooth sentences flowing perfectly.
And you know what? Even in their first language, fluent speakers say, They pause. They restart sentences.
Wait, seriously?
Listen to any conversation between native English speakers. Really listen. You'll hear like, I mean, sort of, constantly.
So the moments aren't a sign of weakness.
They're a sign of thinking, of being present in the conversation, of actually processing.
I've been hating myself for something that literally everyone does.
And you, watching this, how much energy have you spent being ashamed of something that is completely normal?
Too much. Way too much.
That energy belongs somewhere better. It belongs in practice, in courage, in trying.
Okay, Sophie, we're getting close to the end, and I want to make sure we give people something real to leave with.
Agreed. Let's bring it home.
Because I feel like this conversation has genuinely changed something for me. Like I came in feeling like that person outside the closed door.
And now?
And now I feel like I at least have my hand on the handle.
That is everything, Ayan. That is genuinely everything.
But I want to ask you one last thing. For the person watching who is really, really struggling, like rock bottom struggling, what do you say to them?
I say, look at a bird.
A bird?
Think about how a bird learns to fly. It doesn't read a manual. It doesn't study aerodynamics. It just stands at the edge of the nest, and it jumps.
And the first jump is terrifying.
The first jump is everything, because even if it falls, it learns something wings can do. It learns something gravity feels like. It learns something about air.
And then the next jump is a little better.
And the next one is a little better still. And at some point, it's not falling anymore. It's flying.
And from the outside, it looks effortless.
Because you never saw the first jump. You never saw the falling. You just saw the flight.
Sophie, that's really beautiful.
And you, watching this right now, you are standing at the edge of the nest. And I know it looks terrifying. I know the ground looks far.
But the jump is worth it.
The jump is everything, because on the other side of that jump, there is a version of you that speaks English, that walks into that interview room, that answers confidently, that travels, that connects, that belongs everywhere they want to be.
And that version of me is real, like it's actually possible.
It is not only possible, it is waiting. It is just waiting for you to jump.
Okay, I think I'm ready to jump.
Good. And listen, to every single person watching this right now, I want to say something directly to you.
Yeah, please.
You found this video for a reason. You've been watching till this moment for a reason. That reason is that something in you hasn't given up. And that something is the most important thing you have.
Don't give up on that thing.
Don't you dare give up on that thing, because we believe in you. We genuinely, completely, 100% believe in you.
Seriously, we do. And look, today, just one thing, one phrase. Say it out loud. Comment it below this video. Tell us one English sentence you're going to use today.
We will read them. We will see you. You are not alone in that forest with the confusing maps.
You've got people walking with you now.
And that closed door, the one you've been standing outside of for months, maybe years?
It's going to open.
It is absolutely going to open, because you now have your hand on the handle, and all you have to do is push.
Seriously, you can do this.
We believe in you. We really, truly do. Now go and take your first sip of tea.
And open your wallet.
And get into those cricket nets.
And stand at the edge of the nest.
And jump.
See you in the next one.
We'll be here, always.